Well,
children here and everything, you're not special. I just come to the mall. I don't need a person like you being beside me without a mask.
well, you might want to talk to the security. You might want to talk to the security.
This lady here is in the mall without a mask. Yep, got you.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have a mask on.
What is your? Who are you?
I've just come to the mall to pick up
Okay,
something.
yeah, sure.
And you are.
What is your name?
threat.
What is your name?
You're a threat.
What is
Get
your
out
name?
of the mall. She didn't wear a mask. It is my business. He's right here. No, it's not even. Put your mask on. Put your mask on. This lady, guys, on YouTube, she's causing trouble. She has no mask on. It's okay. She shouldn't be in the mall.
She is exempt.
No, she is not exempt. Did you see the paper? She's a liar.
No.
I don't care.
Please, come with me. Come with me. Please come with me.
Sir, everybody's complaining about her with no mask on. Everybody's got a mask.
Sir, she's examination.
Where? She told you. You believe what she says?
Yeah.
I don't. The police needs to come, bro. This is not fair.
You might get arrested, sir.
No, you will.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving, but he's hunting me.
Okay, come with
I
me.
want the police to come.
Sir, let's stay there. Okay,
Yeah.
please Come with
I'll
me.
show you the paper.
Come with me.
I'll show you the paper, but I need his
Okay,
name.
okay.
Yeah.
You
take
won't
have
get
any
my
paper?
name. I don't work here. I'm a
Sir,
civilian.
please, let's stay there.
I'm a civilian like
Come with me.
everybody
Come
else.
with me. Come with me.
You're not exempt for anything.
Oh yes, I
Stay
am.
there. Come.
What a
Come. No
this is what
problem.
I'm telling you.
You have paper?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you show me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course.
If you have a paper
Yeah.
examination,
Yeah.
if you show me, I can sue him.
Yeah.
Okay? No.
Yo. What up, y'all? It's your boy Drew. Today I'm here with the lovely Laila Amaris.
What's up, guys?
If I put this on the main channel, I don't know if I will. But last time they were mad I didn't introduce her. I know she's been with me on D Live and for the members and on the backup channel, and I think only once on the main channel. So
The only time was the last time I was there.
Yeah, and they were mad I didn't introduce you. So
Yeah.
we're here with Laila Amaris,
Hello.
and they said you sound very sedated in the comments.
Well, yeah, Drew shoots me with morphine before we do streams.
Keep her in her kennel
Yeah,
until it's time to work.
it'd be like
And
that.
then I shoot her with adrenaline just to get her through one live stream.
Yeah, and then I pass out for 48 hours.
Yeah.
That's his life.
The reason I wanted to come on here with Laila has to do kind of with those first two clips, but really across the board. Last year, Laila basically came out with the prediction and said people will devolve basically more and more into schizophrenia into 2021, and I do think we're seeing that across the board. You saw that first Pride song, and then that second, the guy in the mall, just completely schizo. But it's even happening in the truth community.
Yeah, I think I said that to you like summer 2020 probably.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. And what did you base that prediction on?
Well, that prediction I based off of just something I've observed for years and years. not even so much inside of like all the truth information, but just human behavior in general. And when it comes down to like the identity of people, and when you fixate on things that you're basically being spoon-fed an identity by these schools or the government
or the truth community
or religions, you know, it's just all the stuff that we grow up in and are forced into as kids, and we have no idea what it is, and you don't develop any solid sense of self. But the problem is like your mind and your spirit are always searching for that identity and you know, who you are truly as a person. And I think the culture and whatnot has done a great job of inverting that and suppressing that and hiding that away from us and trying to get us to live completely backwards. So it's like you live with a split mind, and that's what schizophrenia is. It's when your mind splits. And I don't necessarily agree with the Western, you know, definition of how schizophrenia happens. And I'm not just pulling that out of my ass either. Like, I've known personally a lot of schizophrenics. My uncle was schizophrenic. I was really close with him, so it's like it's something I've been able to observe for a long time. And a lot of what you're seeing now, and what I know Drew has a few videos to pull up what he's gonna show, really fits that definition. And yeah, when all this stuff came out, I mean, I'm not even getting into the specifics. We all know what's been going down the past couple years, but when I saw that and how quickly these people just assimilated into what the narratives were going on in 2020, I kind of saw immediately, I was like, you know, people can't live like this. You can't live in this level of delusion without your mind splitting, which is where I based that off of. And then lo and behold, the schizophrenic breakdown of 2021. I think we've all seen it to an extent at this point.
Give me 1 second. I forgot to put the mic the way I want it. So give me just 1 second here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it sounds a lot better.
Yeah, sorry. I totally forgot to do that. Now it's going to be like super loud.
Yeah, that's good. I apologize. I'm a quiet talker.
Yeah, it's okay though. But yeah, so anybody that's saying this thing is real the last year, I mean, you're either a shill or you're just naive as hell. Because if you're talking online about with the truth community and you say this thing is real.
Well, they're scared too, because that's where the whole identity of it comes down to, because that's like a human survival behavior, is to assimilate into your environment. And I think that's what obviously these people have done. As soon as this stuff came out, it was like overnight, everyone's behavior and mentality was changed, and that was not for no reason.
And then all the people that bought into it, hook, line, and sinker,
yeah,
it's like they finally felt a sense of community or something like that.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what it's about, because humans are always seeking to like assimilate into a community because it's a safety thing. And we're all out here with no idea who we are or what life is, what's the point of it, or what we're supposed to be doing. So it gives them that safety blanket. And now you're seeing them get violent, defending that.
Yeah, we watched a video yesterday that was like a guy went around and asked people, I'm wearing a mask outside. He said, do you have the thing? And then if they said yeah, then he asked why they're wearing a mask outside. And some of the answers were, you know, well, I'm just used to it. What else did they say? I can't remember. It was like...
Oh, there was one dude that said he's wearing it still as a protest because how dare you have the privilege to not wear one.
Yeah, nuts.
And some people went complete blank slate and had no idea why they're still wearing it. They couldn't answer the question, but they said they were going to continue wearing it. And I think that's where the whole, like, human instinct of wanting to just be safe comes down to, and I think that overrid their brain. It was pretty unnerving, honestly, because you can tell like the way they answer that they're not even thinking for themselves at all. They're completely being influenced by something outside themselves that they have no idea what it is or what they're talking about.
And they're basically just empty shells that are led around. One lady said, I'm wearing it because of peer pressure. And then he was just like, come on, take it off. And she was like, okay.
Yeah,
So
right.
He just peer pressured her into taking it off.
Because he made her feel safe in that moment to take it off. She can walk down the street and someone's going to yell at her to put it on, and she'll put it right back on.
And then it looks like Benton's going to join us in a little bit here.
Oh, hell yeah, cool. I know Benton can talk about this stuff too. I know he's familiar with the schizophrenics, and I am too, just from experience growing up and knowing a lot of people, and I've been to a few of the psych wards. I know I'm opening myself up to some probably criticism for that, but I've been around a lot of them, which is how I kind of developed the idea that you're going to start seeing a lot of delusional schizophrenic behavior.
So it's not even what you would just call the normie or the NPC, though, either. It's even in the truth community, you've seen these people are doubling down on. That's what a lot of it on both sides seems to me. It's just people doubling down, like the people that believed in it, they don't want to admit they were tricked, so they're doubling down. And even the truthers are like doubling down on their beliefs as well.
What I see is everybody is getting pushed into a corner, and that's what it looks like when you see some of these people lash out. And I'm not just talking about the mass people, I'm talking about everybody right now. No matter what your beliefs are, it's like they're like a cornered animal and they'll lash out at you. Whether it's, belief in the government or the truth or nonsense. That's what I'm seeing. It's not confined to one belief or group of people. It's like all the people who have herded into these ideologies and have completely sold their mind and soul to the ideology. That's what I'm seeing.
To me, when I hear a lot of this, like some of these truther things, it's like straight schizophrenia. They went to the utmost extreme that, death jab, everyone touches your skin, you're dead, and because they're against it,
Yeah, that's unnerving to me, but that's something you see with anybody that's just obsessed over an ideology or an idea, but they haven't integrated it into their mind or their psyche, is they become the exact opposite, which you see that in politics with like the right and the left. Like what's the real difference here? There's not a difference.
What do you see coming up? Just more and more?
Oh yeah, I think it's just starting right now with the breakdowns you're seeing with people. I think they're gonna get more erratic, irrational. It's gonna get weirder and weirder. That's what I see.
Feels like it can't get any weirder, but it will.
It will, because they're not going to get better, I can tell you that, and they can't stay the same either. It's going to be a progression of they realize what's going on and get over it, or they're going to get worse and worse and degenerate.
Well, it looks like Benton's ready for us here, so let's see if we can link up with Benton. Give me 1 second here to... Yo, Benton, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Oh, just got a new job today and went for my drug test and had a big ordeal about the mask.
Oh man.
Why they made you wear it at the drug test?
No, I just flat refused.
And they couldn't do anything about it?
Oh, they tried, but well, the thing is, I have to take a drug test, and once I'm there, I can't leave. Once my company, like, I didn't even know they were going to hire me. They were just like, okay, go take your drug test. So I have to go take the drug test. I can't just be like, well, I'll see you tomorrow. It's a failure. So once I get in the front door, I'm not free to go, man. I have to take the drug test.
You quit the trucker because of the mask, right? Again?
Yeah, I quit my last job last week. And then so when I called this guy about this job, I was very clear that I'm only going to take a job where I said I don't even want to hear the word mask.
I don't blame you.
And then, thank you. And which he said is completely fine for what I'm going to be doing, except I guess it did not occur to him that he was about to send me to a medical clinic that was going to try to make me cover my face.
But you took the test. You took.
Yeah, I think they have to. I don't think they can just refuse. I think they have to, because they entered into some sort of legal contract. Once I'm in the front door, I don't think they can just boot me out of there. I really don't.
Well, yeah, the medical staff either wouldn't have the balls to just boot you out.
Because like I say, if I leave there, it's considered a failure, and I will most likely never get another truck driving job again.
Yeah.
So they just tried to bully me into it. And I just wasn't going for it, but I stayed relatively calm.
Well,
that's my thing is I get all aspy and I get all agitated very easily about stuff like that. I'm actually pretty chill most of the time, believe it or not.
All right, and then today we're talking about schizophrenia.
Oh my God, yeah. Shout out to Laila who called it months ago, but I don't know if she knew it's actually the truthers. They're even more schizophrenic than the general public. I think she meant the general public was going to become more schizophrenic.
Well, I meant everybody. I thought it was coming for everybody. Most people.
Yeah.
Just people that have been completely overridden by a belief of some sort.
What do you see, Ben?
I think we're seeing that more in the maybe that's just because that's kind of who I'm interacting with, but I think I see it more in the truth community.
I agree.
Than I do in the general public, which I think maybe ties into some of the comments on some certain YouTube videos that maybe we're going to get into. I'm not really sure.
I already kind of mentioned it, so I guess I didn't want to go there, but after seeing that Jeff Snyder, I was like, I'll mention it.
That was good.
It's funny.
Benton needs to do a podcast with that guy. I feel like they could level with each other.
Yeah, the truckers.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with who that is.
I wasn't either. Somebody just left a comment on my channel today that talked about it, so then I went and watched it. I'd never seen him before that. I heard about it. It was Jeff Snyder 2 is the name of the channel.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
But he's a trucker, and then what he does, it looked like, I only saw the one, it looks like he stops when he sees like burnt down trees, and then he's talking about like the plasma apocalypse or something like that, or plasma discharges or something.
Yeah. It seems like that's probably a thing out there in California, from what I can tell.
Well, the one in the video that he showed that I was talking about, he stopped at some house, and the guy said, yeah, the tree all by itself just caught on fire. Nothing else caught on fire, only one tree. Pretty strange.
Spontaneous combustion.
Well, I've seen other pictures where these houses were supposedly burned down, but then like the trees are still there, but
Yeah,
the house is gone.
I've seen that too.
Yeah. And I think the general public, sorry to interrupt,
No,
the
you're
main
good.
thing I see in the general public is what I've been talking about, the whole time was that they're not processing data. Like this guy that hired me, he seems like a good dude, and we're from the same part of the country and probably about the same age, and I might be a little older, but it's like he's not processing data. So he's telling me, okay, you're not going to have to wear a mask, and then he sends me to a fucking medical clinic where they want me to wear a mask. I just don't know, how does the connection not happen in the brain? I'm baffled.
They've suppressed the connection so long that probably the neural pathways can't even fire properly anymore, is what I'm going to guess.
But then if he's running this truck driving business, I'm sure he's really good at his job. Like, I bet his brain works just fine. It's like it's compartmentalized. I think his brain probably works just fine when it comes to what he does for a living.
Probably, but I think a lot of that can also be attributed to like muscle memory and repetition. You just do it so much, it's like second nature.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
So
what do y'all think? I mean, go ahead.
I wanted to ask, like, do you think these truth channels that these people are watching are even serving these people any good, or is it just bad for them at this point?
Oh, I think it's harmful because for many reasons, but I myself have just started viewing as entertainment.
Right.
And I'm an information junkie, and I've gotten really good at just entertaining myself. So I think what's going on is, I think a lot of people, especially like I listened to Alex Jones for so many years, I really think it tricks our brains into thinking that we're actually doing some good in the world. That, oh, let's all watch a bunch of YouTube videos and now the world's going to be saved, But then here I am at a medical clinic, and one of the doctors who doesn't have anything to do with the drug testing takes me in the back, to try to get me away from the old people, because apparently they're scared of my bare face. But then, he's trying to talk me into wearing a mask, and shit, I forgot my point again. I'm getting bad about that, man. Maybe my brain's not working.
You're getting old.
I guess, brother.
Well, I asked if it's bad for them to watch these channels.
Oh yeah. So I think it tricks them into thinking that they're actually going to change the world. And I think the propaganda is so deep now, even in the so-called truth community. Like this doctor, like all the reasons he's trying to give me to convince me to wear a mask, it's collectivism. Like he's basically describing a collectivist philosophy, which goes back to my contention that America has basically the cultural revolution has been completed, in my view, and that it's de facto communism. And then so the people who see that something's going on and who are attracted to this truther material, I think it's harming them. I think it's really propagandizing them in a way where, maybe they would be angry and maybe they would be not contented in their daily life, but now they watch some YouTube videos or they listen to Alex Jones like I used to, and it's like, okay, well, that problem's solved. Now they can just go back to they go into the medical clinic and then they're like, okay, I guess I'll wear a mask because they tell me I have to. And I think everybody else, all these new truck drivers, they send them down to this place to get a drug test, and I'm sure most of them don't wear a mask normally, and I guess they probably just roll over to it. Am I making sense? I mean, I feel like I'm connecting those dots.
Yeah, you are. I agree. I agree 100%
The psychology.
with that.
Yeah, the psychology of it. I don't think people understand that all of this is all happening. It's all functioning in our individual psychologies, and then it's all functioning at the same time in the greater group psychologies. So the so-called truth community, that's like a small peer group. So it's going to kind of have its own specific way that the psychology functions, which is different than the so-called normie or the baby truthers, because we've talked about that the normies are now baby truthers.
Yeah, it's mainstream basically at this point. And that gets into what we talked about, I don't remember when, but before we mentioned social media in general. It just allows you to get on there and air out your gripes, and then you feel like you did something. You don't have to even... You can do it on the shitter, you know what I mean? You don't even have to leave your home. And then you're like, feel accomplished or something. So
yeah,
that's one of the reasons for social media for sure. I mean, obviously there's tons of reasons they brought that out.
It gives you the artificial satisfaction of having done something with having done nothing at all. Like you post a meme about saving the kids and you feel like you really saved a kid or you did something to change the world. But you're not going to go out and volunteer in like an orphanage or for kids that are trafficked or anything like that. But I think it's worse, especially for these truthers that watch some of these channels. And it's like they feel like they're better than other people because they know something. They know something you don't know and you just don't understand it. Well, yeah, and Benton, I think you can probably relate that to how you grew up with the religion and stuff as well, because it's not just something you see in the truthers. I mean, I feel like it's worse for them right now, but I feel like that's something I see everywhere with any belief group or belief system. Like if you get too entrenched in it.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody everywhere seems to be doubling down. That's what I'm noticing.
Well, the people still wearing it, I think, are the ones that have the jab. The people that
100%.
aren't wearing it are the ones that haven't cared from the beginning.
Yeah, 100%.
Stephen David says, make yourself a victim is wild. Yeah. See, I can't adhere to that. I'm not going to be victimized for something like that. Yeah. I'm a fighter and always have been. I don't
there's no power. There's no power in being a victim.
No, I mean, God, it's embarrassing.
So even if I'm a victim, I'm never going to view myself that way.
No.
That's disempowering. Now there's nothing to do. It's just, woe is me, and I can't do anything to change my circumstances because I'm a victim.
Yeah, and I think... go on. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Well, no, I'd rather hear what you have to say, actually.
I was just going to say, I think because then it takes all the responsibility off of them for having to actually change their life or do anything. And then they can just cry, oh, well.
Yeah, and be weak and pathetic, which is fine. If somebody else wants to be weak and pathetic, I'm not here to talk them out of it.
Right.
But I'm not finna join them.
No, but they're trying to make victimhood a virtue.
Oh, absolutely. And look at, now you got the Olympics and there's all this stuff about the trans and, now we got a football player coming out, an NFL player coming out as gay. And
Oh, they got an NFL one now? I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I guess I just read the article this morning, but I think what happened with that Michael Sam was that he wasn't good enough. So they were able to get rid of him. This guy, it seems like, the thing about football is you can pretty much do whatever you want if you produce on the field. I think, it's not like they're going to be able to just get rid of him. But yeah, some white defensive player that's gets a lot of sacks. I don't even remember his name.
There was another guy too. I saw Crocko talking about it where he just said like, "Hey, I'm not going to take this jab," because I don't watch it. But so from Crocko talking about it, they were saying like, if you don't have the jab for training camp, you're like forced to stay in the hotel and everything else. But the other players that do have it are able to go out of the hotel. And his point was that, well, the jab doesn't even prevent you from getting it, so these guys could go out and get infected and bring it back in.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And with the Olympics in Japan, some of the athletes are already arriving, and they had, I think it was I don't remember which country, but there was some country that sent like 8 athletes, and one of them, they're all vaccinated. The government made them get vaccinated, and one of them's all tested positive when they got there. They tested negative, before they went to Japan, and then when they got into Japan, they tested positive. But they're vaccinated.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, the testing from the beginning has been BS.
Well, I agree. So that's what I've told people is like, what does it even test for? What are we talking about here? Crocko!
Is that Crocko? What's up, Crocko?
Hey, Drew. Hey, Benton. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
You heard us talking about him.
That's funny.
Fuck. You're talking about me?
No,
My ears were...
Who was the guy you talked about that was the football player that refused to do the jab and was talking about it?
Cole Beasley.
Okay. And is he any good? Because I don't watch football, so I don't know.
I don't watch football either, but I know he's pretty good. A very small white guy to make the NFL like that.
Yeah.
Dang.
Start for a team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
And then I saw the Crocko also posted they got a new test now that says it can test by your like a vocal recognition to test if you have it or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna stream at like 1:30 about all that voice shit.
Give us a preview. What's going on with it?
This is what I got. I mean, they're throwing the voice thing at everything. Because the first thing that came across my mind was, why am I getting suspended so much on YouTube? And I decided they might just have a voice recognition software that they hear my voice and just start striking my shit.
Yeah, so if this stream goes down, we'll know why.
We'll blame you.
You already got me one strike before, so...
Well, I'm gonna be on D Live because
okay.
Yeah,
so
YouTube.
the new YouTube channel you have, is that already nuked then?
It's got 2. It's got Crocko has 2, and then Crocko 10 has 1.
Oh man, you're racking them up.
I'll be all right.
Davey's worse at self-censorship than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta tone it down. Like I shouldn't be.
No, don't, man. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Trying to throw. I mean, I don't need to be throwing N-words out sometimes.
Yeah, maybe tone it down just a little.
I mean,
all right, Davey, we're talking about today like schizophrenia. So I know you've experienced this with the bears. Like, what's some of the stuff that these bears have done to you?
Dude, I gotta send you videos, but the main one was they Vox and Owen came on. Vox gave out my real name, and Owen, backed them up on it and said that I tried to send people to his house to murder his family. Tried to get him swatted. I tried to send animal control to his house. I tried to hack into their websites. I mean, so obviously all of their fans just went buck, and that's how I lost most of my main channels.
It seems like the fans of these channels are just like unhinged, man. It's not just one particular channel, but even that one time I mentioned something about John Levi, like all his people descended on me too.
Oh man.
I don't even think you said anything bad.
No, but that's the thing. It's like that's what we're talking about. Is they just get so caught up in it, like
they can't even handle slight criticism.
You mentioned the term the other day, the old television term of how they get attached to celebrities.
Oh yeah.
Parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have a bad one with Owen.
I think most of these big channels have that. I wonder what that's about. Like, I don't think it's intentional on the part of the channel. It just that's just what becomes of it. Because people are unhinged. Like, the average person is nuts.
He has a little cult. He has cult tactics to the way he does things. And he makes, like, a lot of promises. Like, for, like, me, I'm just like, hey, if you like my shit and you can afford to donate. Where he's like, I'm buying a big piece of land and you can come stay here, so send me money. Like, weird shit like that.
Yeah.
But something wrong with that guy for sure.
Schizophrenia is a good thing, because I'm going to bring that up because that's their main term to basically label conspiracy theorists as paranoid schizophrenics. So now they're going to use the voice detection also for depression. See if you're depressed. Then the AI machine learning is going to be used to predict psychosis and schizophrenia.
Yeah. Well, and Davey, you covered when Alex Jones was he was getting sued or whatever, and he said that he himself became psychotic when he was talking about the one of the events.
I think he was in on bringing that narrative to the forefront.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because he said he had a mild form of psychosis, which he didn't.
And that's all.
Yeah, that was a good video, man. I really like that video.
All that stuff's gonna be used for you to purchase a gun too in the future, right? They'll just have you talk into a mic or something, and what it's really doing, it's probably scanning your social media history, and then they'll be like, "No, sorry, you have depression."
This
is true. This is true. This came out under Trump. It's called the Health Advanced Research, not DARPA, but HARPA. And what they want to do is use all your devices, from your Fitbits to your cell phone to your Alexas to whatever you have, and they're going to monitor you, what you watch, how you sleep, where you go, and based on whatever score they give you, it'll be able to determine if you can buy a gun or not.
The really fucked up thing is the general public will probably love this. They're going to see it as something that's going to keep them even more safe.
Yeah. And then you'll have only liberals will be able to buy a gun at that point, and they're the most nutty ones there is.
I'm screwed.
Hey, I got a gun right here.
Listen, man, I don't even believe that people should have to register guns.
Well, no, obviously not.
Ridiculous.
And then it's funny that they had the Texas and wherever else passed the constitutional carry. Like, I don't understand how you have to pass a law to make the Constitution apply,
Well, maybe it's like a truth drop that the Constitution isn't real.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
In Arkansas, we got it in like 2018 because of a court case, because there's a state law in Arkansas that you cannot carry a weapon, like a concealed weapon. But nobody was smart enough to realize that it says you can't carry a concealed weapon with the intent to commit a crime. So somebody went to court and said, hey, it says right here, as long as I don't have an intent to commit a crime, I can conceal a weapon. And then at that point, it just became legal in Arkansas to carry a concealed weapon without a permit.
Yeah, that's good. The concealed permit fee is ridiculous, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to pay the government to give me back a right that's already mine. Okay.
And most of these articles we read nowadays are written by artificial intelligence.
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell just in the way it's written.
One of the things I came across when I was researching this voice recognition shit is a video game that it plays off of your microphone. So whatever you say, like, monsters will be able to find you or interact with you and shit. It's really weird.
Is it like a Pokemon Go type thing you're talking about, or what?
No, it's just like a first person shooter horror game.
Oh, okay.
Microphone based horror game. That's what they're calling it.
So that means all these YouTube videos and all these gaming devices and everything, they're all everything you say is being run through some central computer and building a profile on you for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I really started thinking about it last night with the YouTube stuff. Actually, I got started off with the AI generated faces. How they make all those faces of fake people.
Yeah, like this person does not exist you're talking about?
Yeah. And then I was looking into that sniper that was in Belgium that was on the run for a while.
I didn't hear about that. What's that one?
Well, he wrote a message that he was gonna kill like basically their version of Dr. Fauci. And then like he went on the run for like I don't know, a few weeks, like survivalist style. He was like a well-known like sniper, so they started calling him the Belgian Rambo. And, like Belgium got all pissed because people were like behind him because they hate the lockdowns and hate everything. And but his face, like when they showed him, they had real pictures of him, but the face they showed of him looked like an AI generated face.
I'll see if I can pull it up here. It's called the Belgian Sniper or Belgian Rambo.
Belgian Rambo. They said they just found him. Supposedly he committed suicide in the woods.
Oh yeah, he looks fake as hell.
Look at his eyes.
Whoops, hold on.
There's a picture of him with a white background.
Yeah, the white background one looks super fake.
Because I came across this a few years ago when they were trying to say that there was this white terror group called the Base, and it was like this totally made up fake group that, you know, obviously didn't exist. Yeah, the same thing.
This guy looks totally not real. Let's see if I can make it bigger here.
This was the picture of the guy from the Base. And it looked exactly like the background in the picture of the guy, the Belgian sniper.
Just total media constructs then, huh? That's what it looks like. And then who are they pinning it on, though? Like the right-wingers?
Oh, yeah, they're calling him a neo-Nazi, even though I don't know anything about him that's like a Nazi. I guess they pointed to a tattoo, but it didn't look like a Nazi tattoo. It looked like Greek. Everything's getting pushed towards white people being domestic terrorists. And Biden just announced that he's doing that.
What's Biden doing?
They're starting what do you call it? Like called the National Strategy for Countering Domestic Terrorism. But it's obviously for white people. It's all around the January 6th thing and all that shit.
Which was a total fraud to begin with.
Yeah.
There's no way you'd get near that place.
Yeah.
If they didn't want you to.
What's funny is in 1995, Joe Biden wrote, or they said he wrote, they put his name at the top of the original 1995 terrorism bill. And this was like, got signed in 2 days after the OKC bombing. It's kind of funny that now he's president, he's going to do it again.
Trump will be back in August to save us, guys.
Don't worry.
Yeah, have you heard of some? Keep hearing something about August 10th.
It's always a new date with Q.
Yeah, it is always. They always kick the can.
I don't know if it's a Trump thing or a Q thing. I just keep hearing August 10th.
I just want to say that the truth community was so beautifully programmed and they don't even know it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
still think they're the smartest people in the world and they know all this secret information, but they were programmed and fell for it hook, line, and sinker. And it's worked, I think, probably better than they thought it would.
I think Q killed the truth community, to be honest.
Yeah, because then they can just say,
fractured
it's like a Q. To a normie, and there's no difference between normie and truther at this, because the truther thinks he's better than the sheeple, but then the normie, to the normie, you're just a schizo conspiracy theorist.
And like, I think in that video that he mentioned that I had the Alex Jones psychosis thing in, I put up a lot of articles from like Psychology Today where they compare psychosis, paranoia, schizophrenia, all to conspiracy theorists. I think this was like 2019. They were really trying to make a push.
Do you think it's for your guns or what? Or just to discredit you?
There was a FBI bulletin, Fringe fringe identitarian conspiracy theorist. One, it's to obviously debunk anything anybody says. If they can label you anti-government, that gets into domestic terrorism, that gets into locking people up, because they'll say your channel's radicalizing people into committing these kind of crimes and shit.
Right, but then they still allow like 4chan and everything when they say that that's radicalizing people.
Yeah.
You know it's run by spooks and everything, 4chan for sure, but still. Probably any major channel, big time channel, somebody's gotta be sponsoring that shit. I don't know how these guys get to like over 100,000.
There's like a few I can see, like they put years into it, and there was a time. This is how I look at it. If you were around for a while, there was a time in YouTube where you actually got recommended. People could find you. But like now, if someone hits it, I'm suspect.
Yeah, because my channel's, I haven't even gained 100 subscribers in 1 year. I don't know if that sounds like it's not even possible.
In 2016, I hit 10,000.
Damn.
Like, that'd be like a stretch right now to like even get like 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely suppression. I've gone through these numbers before. It's like 0.003% we get recommended. Basically nothing. Like, no one that doesn't know you can find your video. It's never gonna pop up on a main page. It's all like mainstream news and like trannies and shit. We're both together.
You think there'll be a civil war or anything?
I don't know. Not like a north-south thing. I think it would just be like an all-out little factions of people.
Trannies versus alt-right or what? I wonder who would win.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's a bunch of trannies in the alt-right, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like that January 6th, like one of the Oath Keepers, the head of the Oath Keeper was an ex-FBI agent. Then the other person in the group was a tranny.
Oh man.
I was like talking to the Secret Service right before.
And they're in the Olympics now and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't one of them say they were gonna burn the American flag if they got on the podium?
Yes. I think it was like a BMX or something.
Yeah. Now they're calling for a new American flag.
Yeah. And they all have like their own little flag, the gay flag, the trans flag, everything.
They're all divided.
They just combined one into like a full spectrum pride flag or something.
Oh God.
Yeah, because now they say gender is even on the spectrum, right? Now that's schizo.
Well, they've said that for a while though, that it's a spectrum. Depends on how you feel that morning when you wake up.
Mandela
Well, you know,
effect.
there's not actually any such thing as gender. It's biological sex only.
Well, yeah.
Like gender doesn't even exist. We've just been invented.
Yeah, it's a term. Yeah. It's not.
When I was a young person, if you ever had to fill out a form, it never said gender. It asked your sex. Never said gender ever.
Yeah.
You always wrote
sex.
And you always wrote yes, please.
Exactly. Yeah, because we were funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
We said yes, please.
Now you go to the gulag for that joke, probably.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. Paper rape.
Right. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta go eat some lunch. All right,
guys.
All right,
if
man.
I see you on my stream, I'll say what's up.
Yeah, everybody go follow Crocko, Davey Crocko on D Live.
Thanks, man.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for
later, y'all.
Yeah, bye guys. Bye
And
Benton. Bye Davey.
Ben, do you have a new nightmare dystopia?
No, I've been slacking. I gotta get off my ass.
Well, we'll get a new one. Send everyone to nightmaredystopia.com for Benton's podcast. And then
Thank you, sir.
And then I'll be back soon when I figure something out. All right, peace out.
All right.
Everyone that's here, peace.
Bye guys.